So, Chad, how did all this start? Like, seriously, like how? Because you said that you actually got like a semi-residency going on right now at a club and everything.
Yeah.
So how did all that start? Like, how did you get this point?
Excellent question. So like when I was hanging out in Chicago in like 2004, no, it was like 2005, somewhere in there. I was doing like comedy places. I was doing the Playground, which has changed a little bit now. I did like Second City, IO, all that stuff, and nothing was hitting really. And I went to LA for a little while, and literally did do a pilot for a YouTube show. This is at the early days of YouTube with the guys from Channel 101 who would eventually become like Dan Harmon and all of the community guys. Didn't know that at the time. Did a thing with those guys. Really wished I would have stayed in touch and also emailed back. And then like kind of missed the seasons and was like, all right, well, I'm going to head back to Chicago, which I did. I'm like the opposite of most birds. I don't fly. Like if everybody's going to like Fort Lauderdale, I'm like, no, I'm going to go to Colorado and hang out in the mountains.
Oh, that's bad.
Because it's better. There's more stuff to do. And then I came back here and met this guy, Chris Pyatt, who has a show over at the Green Mill every Saturday at 3:00 and has for the last 12 years. And he was just like, hey, man, what if I hired you on to be my avian op-ed columnist? And I was like, well.
Now, what the fuck does that mean?
Was the first question I asked. And turns out what it means is I would write op-eds about news stories that he would assign me. So like I'm like a journalist, but I'm allowed to get drunk on the day instead of like when I'm writing. And so I go, and so yeah, he like gives me a topic, and then I go to the Green Mill on Saturday at 3:00, and I read the op-ed that I wrote. And people dig it or they don't, but at least they learn something.
So that's the name for a drunk news reporter. Holy shit! I didn't know that.
There was an opening at the time, and I didn't know the opening was that just goes to show you just got to be in the right place, and your dreams can come true. Someone can be like, "Hey, drink, okay. Now write stuff, okay. Now talk. Are you sure? I'm pretty drunk. Nah, just do it." And that's been it for 12 years. But like, I've been doing stand-up around the city now, and because of TikTok, I've been getting offers to go do stand-up elsewhere. So yeah, TikTok really flipped things out a little bit, which I was not expecting.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's awesome.
I need to get drunk and fucking go somewhere then.
Right.
Yeah, Saturday, 3:00, Green Mill.
I don't want to take your job. I don't want to take your spot.
I don't think you could, honestly. Not because I'm good at it, but because you don't want to have a person emailing you at like midnight on Friday being like, have you heard about Meghan McCain and this scandal that she's involved with? You're like, I don't care. And you're like, yeah, but that's what you're doing. Get up, do your homework. I'm like, damn it. It's like you get to do homework. That's what I get. I get assigned shit.
Yep, you're right. I don't want to do no fucking homework.
No, you don't want to do homework. You're done. There's a cutoff point, I feel like, that we should all agree on.
You definitely got me on that
like,
one.
I agree with that like with math. Like, I feel like if I can pay people to do math for me, then I don't ever have to do math.
Oh, yeah. That's
so, like, if somebody's just like, hey, what's 15%? It's like, actually, I have a piece of paper that says I don't have to do math anymore. So, I'm going to get my guy to do it.
That's a condition.
Gary! Just to have him. What? Yeah.
Like I got a guy for that.
Well, that's what Alexa and all the like Siri and all those guys are, right?
No,
it's like they automated our desire to not have to like Google shit while we're in mid conversation. So it's just like you could be like, I could do something about this right now, but we're in the middle of a conversation. And I don't want to wreck the mood. Alexa, Google. Yeah, I say that too loud. She's gonna fucking hear me. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
she knows when I'm joking.
We got like 3 different Alexas in the fucking house. As soon as we yell to one, they all connect. Like, yo, like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other one.
And then they're all like, wait, are you talking to me or are you talking to the other one?
Yeah, that's why I had to like change mine. It was funny because like when my son was like doing school from home during the pandemic, and one of his classmates' name is Alexa.
Oh,
so every time the teacher was calling one of the kids, all my devices were going off in the house. So then I just changed it to computer, but then I have to remember every time, like how frequently I say that word, and I was like, fuck, it's just as much as I said Alexa.
Yeah.
That's what I think is interesting about people you hear on the internet talking about how they don't want the like government to know what they're doing and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, but you've got one of those. And also, what are you worried that the government thinks you're doing? Because all it's going to be is you going, fuck, I wasn't talking to you. Okay, what's the weather right now? Okay, never mind. It's just going to be a slew of just, that's why the government officials are just like, oh man, I don't want to sift through that.
Yeah.
It's like that scene in Dark Knight when Batman's got the ears on
computer screen,
and you can hear the thing. And there's that moment when he looks at Lucius and he just goes, "Oh, this is too much power for one man to have." I'm like, that, and I don't want to deal with it because it would just be you scrolling through people being like, "I don't know, what do you want for dinner tonight?" And
I don't want to hear that shit all day.
Oh my god, how many people are talking about fucking Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial? Let's go.
Right.
You don't know shit. You're not a lawyer. Blah blah blah. It's kind of like what it's like scrolling on TikTok right now, actually.
It's everyone scrolling on anything, shit.
Man.